Hello, my people. Quick announcement before we actually start the video. I'll leave timestamps so you don't have to watch. This if you don't want to. But I kind of have a second channel. I have one short on it, which is kind of explaining what it is. It's a team with me, Iguana VR, and Sebi VR. I will start recording videos on there once this channel hits
1K
subscribers, and I might be accepting other people to join, but obviously you're gonna have to beat me in a 1v1 first. But I'm not entirely sure about that. All this is coming together, I promise you. It is coming together. Blurry screen. So yeah, I also want, before I do like skirmishes or anything like that, I don't know if I'll ever even end up doing that, but before I even think about doing that, I want a new controller, because my controller be disconnecting as long as these two get close together. Look at that, it is going far back. Right now my hand's like over there. See, there you go. Today we are going to be ranking out of 10 all different ways to play gorilla tag. I'm going to make this intro short since I've already made this long enough explaining the thing. So let's get on with it now. So first up is playing on the floor. I'm not a big fan of playing on the floor because while you can do real good jukes, you can destroy competition with some really good jukes, like boom, or like that didn't work. Oh my god! You know what? I'm gonna do it on the slides instead. How about that? We could like do the slide juke, where you're coming up to it and you go boom. It is still not the best way to play because anyone, and I mean anyone, can play floor. Whether it's good or not, they can still play. They can still run around. Really new players can't do any sort of branching. They'd be like this. They'd be killing themselves. Most players, well no, not most, but like at least half the community can't wall run either. Which is like, honestly, it's kind of surprising how they can't wall run. I mean, it did take me a while, but like, I'm on now. So the main problem with floor gameplay is the fact that anyone can do this. New players might be a little bit more like this. But they can still move on the floor. They can still be like, even if they're just like stage hazards while someone else is chasing them, like properly. It still is not the best way to go. Like, it does the job if you're good at it, but there are just better options out there than playing on the floor. So yeah, no, next up is branching. Branching is really hard, to be honest. Like, most people can do it, but it's hard to get good at it, unlike the floor. The main problem is doing it quickly. Anyone can do branching slowly, but not much a community can like go across these branches, do like under branching and stuff like that, and yet also do it quickly at the same time without mistakes. Even I make a mistake every 20 seconds. Unless I try my hardest while making a montage or something. Right now, me talking is really not helping the skill level. This does also involve scaling, which is a really good technique to learn. Can easily get you away from other different lava monkeys. So yeah, while branching is probably the best skill, to be honest. If I were you, I'd spend lots of time on branching. Because while everyone can get on the branches, everyone can get on most branches actually, not much people can go from branch to branch really well. Not much people can do it fast without falling all the way back down to the floor. So yeah, for that reason, I give it an S. No, wait, this is out of 10, isn't it? Not a tier list. Right.
Smell like you farted.
So floor gets a. Since I forgot to say what floor was, well done me. Floor gets a 4 out of 10. It's really good, but everyone knows how to play floor, even if they're bad at it. Branching gets a 10 out of 10, to be honest. Because it's just like, it's so good to get away from people. It's an easy way to make your way completely out of danger. If someone's chasing you, it's like, oh, not that, but like, yeah, you know what I mean. They will not be able to catch up with you. They will fall like that. So yeah, no. Branching gets a 10 out of 10. I'll be adding my own music, thanks. Now for wall running is really difficult to learn, and only like half the community can actually do it. And if you're able to juke someone, if you're able to confuse someone, then they will probably be falling to their death. Fact is that it's hard, and if you make a mistake, you'll probably fall. Just those two things makes it go down a bit. It's not as much of an S tier plus pros. They use a lot of flipping wall running. To be honest, I kind of main walls, even if they're not as good as branching in my opinion. But yeah, what I'd say is learn to go on the walls as soon as possible, because the main reason why walls are so good is against new players.
The fuck was that? I'm sorry, I wasn't thinking about it when I did it.
New players cannot wall run. If you can, then you can escape them even easier than branching. Damn it! Easy get destroyed. Oh yeah, for that I give branching a... God damn it! Oh my god! For that I give this piece of poo poo called wall running an easy 9 out of 10. Really useful mechanic to learn. If you can do it, then you can basically just escape all players. But it's also really hard to learn and really easy to mess up when you're on the walls, so for that it's not a 10 out of 10. Look at this, Sunny Jim. Right, next up is ziplining. Beach is the main place for ziplining, but Canyon also has ziplines. Not near as much, that's why beach is better for ziplining, but okay then. But, you know, canyons you still can do this, so it's not outright like this thing don't even exist. You know, ziplines is fast, and if you're good at it, then you can probably escape most infection monkeys, since it's quite hard to tag someone when they're camping ziplines. Unless you're me, in which case I fail every 5 seconds. Oh yeah, ziplining is really good. It's a really useful skill to learn. But the main problem is the fact that, just like floor, anyone can do it. That's going to be something I say with quite a few of these. Anyone can zipline, even if it's not like super fast. In fact, everyone can zipline quite fast. The main problem they'd have is when you juke them by just like jumping off a zipline like this, or something like that, and then you're able to also climb back up, which surprisingly not all people can do. Gotta be honest, there's not much to say about ziplines. Just go on it and it takes you places. I'm gonna have to give ziplining a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 seems like quite... Nah, 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. Better than floor, but not much better than most other things. Right, next up is double walls. I kind of forgot to mention double walls, because they're kind of just like two walls together. So I was gonna originally make it part of just wall running, but then I realised that this has quite a bit difference to it. You can't really wall run as well. You can go from wall to wall. You can pinch climb a lot easier and a lot more, and elevator climb. Is it gliding or climbing? Can't remember. Elevator-ing is the main reason why I put this as its own thing. Because elevator gliding, I can do that. Elevator gliding is quite a useful skill to learn. You can also do it with two hands, but to be honest, I've never learned how to do that. There you go. Damn it. You can also use these as well. Basically, these double walls, just this small area of the map, is its own mechanic. Mostly because of elevator gliding, but also because of this. And this, oh damn it, and this. I can't really pinch climb because of my left controller. I'm gonna have to give this a 6 out of 10. Useful to learn. Most people can do it, but not absolutely everyone. And elevator gliding is a really good way to get people out of range to tag you. Go the frick away, Lucy. Yeah, so canyons has something extra special. Ropes. Now, don't say, oh, the beach has ropes too, why didn't you say that? Because there's not enough of them for me to do, like, rope. Using ropes. I don't think there's a word like roping or something like that. I don't think that's a word. So yeah, these. Most people can do, but it's hard to get hang of at first. It doesn't look like it, but there's actually quite a lot more skill to it than you'd first think. Damn, bro. Ooh! Oh. God. Scared the hell out of me, especially since I'm in a flipping private code. Roping is, once again, a really good way to just quickly get away from people. Especially paired with other things like zip lines and wall running and stuff like that. Ropes is the way to go, especially in this map. It's a really good way to get out of people's range, and if you're good at it, then you destroy anyone who's only okay at it. There's a massive skill gap in this one. Don't know why, but there is. Using these ropes. Look. Let's go. So yeah, for ropes, I'm gonna have to give it a 7 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10, actually, why not? Ropes is a really useful mechanic that you can use to get away from people in seconds. But other people can also do it quite easy as well. So, I don't know, but if you main ropes, then you will destroy everyone else who goes on the ropes. So, I don't know, it's a good idea if you want to do it. Yeah, so in Beach Map, there is actually one more mechanic that I forgot to mention. This. Let's go stay in here so I don't have to move as far. Water is like, oh my god, this stupid, oh my god, stupid thing. So, the thing that makes water cool is nothing. This is the worst mechanic in the game. Don't use this. You're slow. Unless you like water walking or something like that, in which case you're okay. But still quite slow. Like I couldn't even avoid him. First time I could not avoid him in the damn water. And yes, I will admit that me not being good at water might have a small part to play in this. Okay, go away! Overall, just the fact of the thing the overall fact of the fact that you're really slow, can't turn very quickly. It's just not a really useful mechanic. So 0 out of 10. Last mechanic for today, call yourself me, is the ice. Now, in my opinion, ice can be really good if one, you're on PC VR because they have way better ice physics than Quest, which is what I'm on, and 2, well, okay then, if you are good at it. If you are bad at it, then it is the most useless skill other than water that you'll ever learn in your life. But if you're good at it, then you can escape most people. But yeah, no, make sure that you're using PC VR before you try being a mountains main, because it's quick and new players find it completely uncontrollable. They do not understand how to use it. That was dumb. Why in hell did I freaking even do that? But still, everyone can get to the areas that you're in when you're using ice, and if they're also good at it, then it's quite easy to tag you, to be completely fair, unless you juke them. Juking someone using ice is probably the best way to juke someone, because then they be gone and they have no control on whether they're allowed to get back up or not. So yeah, no, this mechanic is really cool. It is the only mechanic in the game, other than water, because water's just bad. It's the only other mechanic in the game that doesn't work with anything else, especially since it's only in mountains, because it's going to be hard to control yourself to perfectly land on a branch. Plus, these are slippery walls, not regular walls. I would not recommend this, just because if you're ice player, then you're only ice player. You can't be like the zipline and rope player, or the branching and floor player. You are only mountains player. I mean ice player. God damn it. You know, I would recommend this, because why not? But it's not the best option. I'll have to give it a 7 out of 10. Because it does not work with anything else, and most people and everyone can get to the areas that you're in, but it's just like, it's just good and fast, and juking people is amazing. Yeah, no, that is everything I have to choose. There's every single mechanic rated. Now, me personally, what I would do, if you want, like, I'd say you should probably mix something up. You should mix multiple different mechanics together. Me personally, I would mix walls and branching, because having 3 or more things, then you're not training any particular one enough. Since someone else who's training branching more than you would be better at branching than you, because he's only doing 1 or 2 things. 2 is the perfect number of things to learn, which is why me personally, I learn branching and walls. Now that might be the most normal and the most boring and common thing to learn. Branching and walls, but for good reason. Those are the 2 best mechanics in the game, at least in my opinion. A good floors player will probably beat me, when I'm it at least. But when they're it, then they'll be useless. If they can only do floors, they can do floors really well, because I never go on the floor. And if I am on the floor, then I instantly get back up. If I'm actually trying, that is. Because floors is fun, but it's useless. Well, it's slightly useful, but not useful enough. You know, but branching and walls are 2 things where, if someone's not too good at the game, then they will suck against you. You'll be outrunning them everywhere. And then also it's easy to get off floor by using these two mechanics. And it's overall just by far the best combination to get away from anyone, not just new players. Because you can be speedy as hell on these. Like, just watch Mosa's flipping pro team video, will ya? Just watch Mosa's pro team video. And you will be good on seeing what branching / walls is like when you're a pro player, at least. So yeah, that is my ranking and my opinion on what you should be playing. And I will see you next time, either on this channel, or if this video blows up and gets me lots of subs, then my second channel. Being my team channel, called SSF_GT. Actually, at the moment it's SRI, because it's not letting me change a name for 12 days. But yeah, in 12 days time, in 2 weeks time, no, just under 2 weeks time, it will be now called SSF_GT. You wanna know what that pro team is? You wanna know what the pro team name stands for? It stands for the super, no, without the word the, because then it'll be TSS. It stands for Super Special. Super It stands for Super Special Forces. I know, I'm making us sound disabled. But that's kind of like the point, because we kind of are disabled, to be fair. Everyone who's in the group at the moment, being me, Iguana, and Sebi VR, we're all quite disabled in our own special way. Not special. So, yeah. Now I'm gonna make like a proper outro now. Like, subscribe, and goodbye.